Excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
Yes, how can I help you?
I was hoping you could give me a joke about a rhinoceros.
Absolutely. Why did the rhinoceros bring a pencil to the party?
I don't know. Why did the rhinoceros bring a pencil to the party?
He wanted to draw some attention to himself. Ha ha ha.
G'day and welcome to Choosing Your Uni. I'm your host Rob Malicki, and today I'm taking you for a walk around the University of Tasmania's Launceston campus. This is an absolutely amazing part of the world, and the University of Tasmania has some absolutely amazing areas of strength and interest that I think you're going to find really curious. The university is such an integral part of its community, so important to the island of Tasmania, and that leads to some pretty unique opportunities and experiences right here at this institution. So let me take you for a walk around the University of Tasmania's Launceston campus. How good is this?
Yeah, it's awesome.
I like to say that universities are generally going one of two directions. Either they're on the rise and they're moving ahead, they're innovating, they're really looking for new opportunities and to do new things, or they just tend to be stagnant and even kind of going backwards slowly. Uni of Tasmania, where does it fit in that equation? I reckon it's a uni that's going places. When you come to a campus like Launceston, where you've got all of these brand new buildings, amazing new facilities, but most importantly, the university is almost taking some risks. It's decided that it really wants to position itself in the middle of its communities and therefore needs to invest significantly in moving facilities from outside a city centre right into the heart of a city. That's bold, and I love institutions that are being bold, trying to serve their students and their communities and to make themselves the best that they can be. This is like sustainability in action. The university here has got literally thousands of square metres of gardens, and this is an active live composting area where all of the raw material waste from around the institution gets brought here to be composted. Everything from the coffee grounds, from the coffee shops, through to the grass trimmings from when they run the lawn, come here and then get recycled back into the natural environment. And that's actually quite a major investment for an institution. But if you're taking sustainability seriously, it's not just about talk, it's about action. And University of Tasmania is number one for climate action in the entire world. Might be surprising for a university that this is the only formal lecture space here at the Launceston campus, but it's for a very good reason. And lots of institutions around Australia, when COVID happened, were sort of faced with a conundrum about how to deal with the blended learning models of face-to-face versus online. And UTas has taken that on, I think, in a very pragmatic way, which is to sort of get all of that regular lecture content, which in the past would have been taught in vast lecture theatres like this, and put that online, make that on demand, and instead to shift that face-to-face focus onto smaller group, more practical and dynamic workshop style, where you can really get your hands dirty, you can interact a lot more with your teachers and with your classmates, and that's probably higher value learning. So to me, I really like that blended model where the core learning stuff is available online, learn it at your own pace, in your own time, and then be able to really spend that high quality face-to-face time with your peers and with your teachers. We were just talking about how a lot of the lectures are now online and your face-to-face contact time will be spent in a classroom learning in small group format. And this is the kind of example of what you can expect here at the Launceston campus. This is brand spanking new, it's only a couple of years old, and this is as good as I've seen anywhere in the country. It's exactly what you expect from a modern university. You've got these digital screens all over the place, collaborative space for people to hang out. They're going to be students zooming in from all around the state, and you've got state-of-the-art facilities when you're here on campus. It's exactly what I love to see. So here in the River's Edge building, you've got a lot of those classroom spaces, and regardless of what discipline you're studying, which field of study you're studying here on the Launceston campus, chances are that most of your tutorial style classes will be in this building. And why I love that is because institutions that manage to get these groups of students from different academic backgrounds hanging out in the same spaces creates this kind of cross-pollination of ideas and opportunities to run into people that normally you might not run into if you're in a huge university where everybody's segmented into their own buildings. And that's the power of an institution that's so deeply integrated into its community, is the opportunity for you to meet people outside of your regular walk of life. I now walk around the Hobart campuses in another video, and make sure you check out the link to that in the description down below. We walked around the Hedberg, which is the specialised creative performance space down in Hobart. And you might think that if you're going to go to UTas, then you kind of have to go down to Hobart, but it's not true, because you can do a full theatre and performance major right here in Launceston. And right here we've got one of those spaces where you get to do your learning. And this is a fantastic space. This is exactly what I would expect to see at universities all across the country. So whilst there is that extraordinary facility down in Hobart, it doesn't mean that if you're in that creative performance and arts spaces that you haven't got an opportunity here on the Launceston campus. One of the advantages of having brand new facilities is that you end up with all of these really cool hangout and study spaces for students. This is in new shed building, the Shed, which is where the health science disciplines have moved here on the Launceston campus. And you can see this is a brand new facility. The actual use of native local timber, the beautiful natural light, first class. I'm always on the lookout for things that are new and different that I've seen nowhere else. And this is something that I haven't seen anywhere at any other Australian university. It might exist, I mean, I'm probably sure it probably does exist, but I haven't seen it. And nursing students, you'll often see the traditional nursing laboratories, and there are some state-of-the-art facilities here at UTas Launceston, but this is a home care setup. So for those students who want to go into the burgeoning area of aged care, where you've got people who are living at home and need to be cared for, this is like a real-life simulation. And I've been reliably told that I need to check out the bathroom. Oh my God. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I wish I had a bathtub like that. Very common for students who are doing the health sciences to maybe start with an undergraduate program and eventually move through to a postgraduate specialisation. And you do have some options here at the University of Tasmania now, and this is relatively new, but you have postgrad options in physio, OT and speech pathology, and very soon in midwifery as well. This is fantastic, I think, not just for you as an individual if you're interested in studying that, but also for the state as a whole. It means you can do your undergrad and then move through to a postgrad specialisation afterwards. And the facilities here are as good as anything I've seen anywhere in Australia. Here in the Shed, we have brand new sporting facilities for those students who are doing exercise science and exercise phys. And this is as good as anything you'll find anywhere in the country. For example, the cameras up there on the roof to be able to film athletes, to see how they're performing, see if they're making mistakes so that they can recover more quickly. And importantly, because the University of Tasmania is the university for the whole island, the university is building really strong linkages with the professional sporting clubs all across the state. So that means that if you're interested in this discipline, you're going to have access to some really unique opportunities that maybe students in some of the bigger mainland capitals don't have. In the video of the Hobart campuses, you'll find a section on the jam factory, which is where the creative industries are housed down in Hobart. Amazing facilities that I absolutely love. So make sure you check out that video if you're thinking about doing creative arts. But here in Launceston, in the workshop building, you've also got pretty awesome facilities for the creative arts students. So some of the similar sorts of disciplines that you find in creative arts down in Hobart, also available here in Launceston. This is something really uncommon. You don't see it in very many places anywhere in Australia. In fact, I've only seen it at one other institution. But for specialist arts students here doing their creative arts, get their own little cubbyhole space where they can display some of their work and work quietly. And I think this is really great foresight from institutions to give students their own space that they can personalise, that draws them constantly back to campus and makes it feel more home for them. So hats off for that. Let's talk more about your experience here at Launceston. So we've just spent the morning walking around. Amazing facilities here. Like, I was not expecting this at all. Yeah. I'd read on the internet, like new facilities and like being consolidated down into the centre of town and that sort of stuff. But when you actually walk on here, like far out, it's pretty cool.
I spent the first and second year at Newnham at the old campus, And so moving into third year, it was just like a breath of fresh air. It just felt very homely and very natural. And
So what's the vibe like here on campus? And yeah, what could people expect if they studied here?
a lot of familiar faces.
Yeah.
I feel like if you kind of get a bit of a routine, you're always crossing paths with the same people, or you make friends in the library just because you sit in a similar spot on Mondays and Tuesdays than someone else does. And that's kind of what I really enjoyed about uni. And you can just, chat to someone randomly because their face is familiar.
People are so bloody friendly here. Well, it's been awesome showing you around the University of Tasmania here in Launceston. There's so many interesting things going on here at this campus. The fact that it's being moved into the city centre, to me, is such an appealing aspect for potential students. And when I look around this campus, I'm consistently blown away by the absolutely amazing standard of building facilities and infrastructure that's available to students. Well, it's been a beautiful day here in Launceston. I've really enjoyed my time here on campus, and I'll see you next time on Choosing Your Uni.